What is up, you guys? Tyler here. Super excited to bring you guys a little bit of a mini vertical taste testing of 2016-2017 Backwoods Bastard by Founders. It's their yearly fall release, and this year it happens to be their 5th installment in their barrel aged series. But I'm super excited to dive into these beers, see how 2016 has changed, see how 2017 is. I can see the difference, I can smell the difference already. So let's get right into it. Let's roll that time lapse. Alright, getting into the beers. I'm going to go into 2016 first, and then hit 17, and then do a little compare and contrast of the two things that have changed. So right off the bat, 2016 is coming in at 11.2%. 17 is coming in at 11.2% as well. So the ABV hasn't changed at all. Looking into the glass here, proper glassware. I should get points for that. 2016 is very hazy. Holding it up to the light, can't see any light through it. Very, very dark. Very not hazy, like I said, but it's not a clear brown color. It's a very murky. That's a good word. Murky. It did foam up. We got a gusher coming out of the bottle. So I don't know if that was just the bottle condition freaking out or what, but so that way it did gush. So if you have an older bottle, be careful about that. Let's get into the aroma here of the 2016 Backwoods Bastards by Founders. Okay. Up front is like a creamy malt flavor, super malty as you would expect. Like a creamy kind of subtle malt. But then in the middle, going into the middle, you're hit with this big bourbon, chocolate covered, bourbon soaked chocolate thing that just takes over the entire aroma. So it's really sweet, subtle malt, and then you're hit with that wave of like bourbon soaked chocolate. Yeah, but it's like a bourbon soaked dark chocolate, if I could say that enough times. So let's get into the taste without ado of, again, 2016 Backwoods. Cheers. It's at the perfect temperature. The mouthfeel is big. It's a big mouthfeel right off the bat. It's not a clean, crisp beer whatsoever. Sweet caramel malts, a little bit of a bitter roastiness, almost coffee, but not quite coffee. Bitterness, so a roasty malt bitterness, and then again, it's like almost that like bourbon boozy burn you can feel coming down. Little more subdued than when I had it fresh last year. It was a bit more boozy then, but it's still very boozy now. And then there's that dark bitter chocolate again that I was smelling. It's good. It is very good so far after a year. So I definitely recommend. This is a good one to age, but yeah, 2016 was good. Let's move on. Let's get into the 2017 Backwoods Bastard. Also, like I said, 11.2%, a lot more clear, almost like a ruby red, kind of maroon color. You can see through the light. Just super deep red color that lets light through, which is a pretty big difference here. Let's get into the aroma. Okay, this aroma is a little bit more subtle, I would say, than the 2016. I'm getting there's like the bourbony kind of booze that you get from good barrel aged beers, and then there's the sweet malt, sweet kind of roasty malt to it, But then I also get like a crisp apple or a crisp pear. Yeah, kind of like a fall, autumn apple farm, which is interesting too. And it adds sort of an acidity to the sweet malt and the boozy bourbon. So I'm really anxious to try this one. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Chewier mouthfeel. This one still might be a little bit cold, but it's like a buttery kind of diacetyl taste to it. I don't know if that's what they're trying to go for, so that's a little bit unexpected, but maybe it's just my bottle. But yeah, up front, big sweet bourbon booziness, a malty backbone that just rides through, that holds this beer together. It's just so much malt forward, sweet caramel malt, roasty malt. You get like a grainy kind of, I think there's 2-row malt, I would assume, is in this. Little bit of peat, just a touch, not too overbearing. Yeah, they say on the back that it has dark fruit to it too. Smoked, sweet, yeah. I'm getting everything they say on the back. There is like a very acidic, kind of a sour apple taste in the back that does cut the sweetness of the malt and the bourbon, which is kind of nice. It's kind of inviting. The mouthfeel is a little bit thinner than 16. So overall, we're going to compare the two now. This one's a lot more hazy, a little bit more full-bodied of a mouthfeel. Yeah, like a sweet dark chocolate, much sweeter, much sweeter, more decadent. This one is a little bit lighter, a little bit sweet, more sweet booziness. But that crisp kind of pear apple cuts through in the back end, which is interesting. I never got that from Backwoods before. These are good though. These beers are good. All right, guys. So we just looked at the 2016 versus the 2017 Backwoods Bastard. If I had to give maybe number grades to each of them, I would say 2016 is still upper 90s for sure. It's still got that booziness. The bourbon's there. The sweet malts. It's holding up very well. I know it's only been a year, but it's holding up very well. 2017, honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I don't know if my bottle something went wrong with that or what, but it's just not as full-bodied and not as bourbon, boozy, maltiness that I expect from fresh Backwoods Bastard. Still, you still get a lot of that. The flavor's still good. I would give it a high 80s, 88, 89, something like that. So 2016 is my winner. I have a bunch of 2017 that I'm going to sit on as well. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this little side-by-side comparison, battle, whatever you want to call it, of 2016 Founders Backwoods Bastard and 2017 Backwoods Bastard. I was super excited to bring you guys these two, and I'm glad I got to share them with you, the one that has some age on it, because it's important, I think, to know what a beer is going to do and get insight onto if it's worth aging or not, because you spend a lot of money and it takes a lot of time to age a beer, so it's good to know if it's worth it, and this one is definitely worth it, in my opinion, and I know I've read a lot of other opinions too. So pick up some fresh, pick up some that is older. It doesn't matter if it's on the shelf and it's old, this is still worth the pickup. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below for more craft beery goodness, share it with your friends, talk about craft beer, let's get into craft beer, comment down below, what other side-by-side would be good to do a aged beer or a fresh beer. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.